Hello YouTube. My daughter Zoe started a YouTube channel about her life as a teen mother and her husband's life as a teen father. And I think she enjoys just chronicling his life. And this is my first video ever. She's been wanting me to get on here and give my version of how she told us where she was pregnant. I thought it was a great idea because when she told me she was pregnant, I looked on YouTube for other mothers' experience, how they felt, what happened, did everything work out, what choices did they make to deal with it. I didn't find anything. I found this one video that said, my 16-year-old daughter is pregnant, and so am I. Well, I couldn't relate to that because obviously I'm not pregnant. I've been wanting to do this so that maybe it would help somebody else, help them. I would have loved to have, even now, I would like to know what other mothers' experience was when their daughters told them they were pregnant, and give a shorter version and maybe make a video later about the days after they told us she was pregnant and what it felt like. One afternoon, Zoe asked me if she could take her bicycle, she's 16, take her bicycle and go up to the library. And of course, you know, I'm always okay with her going to the library. She loves the library. And I fell asleep on the sofa, I took a nap, and about an hour later, her then boyfriend, Tanner's mother, called me and told me to come pick up Zoe. Well, to make a long story very short, she wasn't supposed to be over there. He's not supposed to be seeing her, and she's not supposed to be seeing him. And there she was, trying to see him again when she's not supposed to. So I sent my husband to pick her up. When they got back, I have a sliding glass door. Zoe comes filing in with Tanner right behind her. Now, mind you, he's not supposed to be here. And then my husband, and then my neighbor Denise. They all came in single file. And when Denise came in, I knew it. I knew Zoe was pregnant because Zoe had spent a night before at her house talking for 2 hours. She never did tell us what they were talking about, but that's what it was. She told Denise first because she and Denise were close. She has a confidant in Denise. Put it all together. Oh, she was at Tanner's. Now Tanner's here, but he's not supposed to be here. And there's Denise. And then it hit me. They sat down on this lounge sofa. They sat down together. And as soon as they sat down and they looked at me, I said, "You're pregnant. You're pregnant." She didn't even have to tell me. I knew it. And Zoe started like, because she was nervous. And I said, "And it's not funny." And even though I wasn't surprised, I wasn't shocked, I was still incredulous. I couldn't believe it. It can't be. My 16-year-old daughter can't be pregnant. This kind of thing happens to other people, not us. We don't, my daughter, no. Because we believe you shouldn't be acting like that unless you're married. I said, well, we need to get another test. And Zoe said, "Mama, I knew you were going to say that, so I have another one." So we went into the bathroom, she peed on the stick, and sure enough, she's pregnant. And I was devastated. I felt like somebody had told me she got cancer, or that she had been in a bad car accident. It was devastating on that par. It was devastating on the par of somebody getting sick. Because, you know, my daughter, she was 16, for one thing. She's 16, you know. You don't get pregnant when you're 16. I have had so many hopes and dreams for her to finish out her childhood, for her to, you know, get a diving scholarship. She was a rock star, you know, diver on her dive team at high school. You know, she might have got a scholarship, who knows, anyway. Just the whole coming of age thing, the whole teen experience, the whole life experience of finishing out your teen years as a teen, carefree. And, you know, working on other things, progressing in your education, those kind of things. Just life experiences, going to college and living at college, and doing what college kids do, not being saddled at home with a baby. It was devastating. Anyway, this video is getting kind of long, so I'm going to stop now because I can make another one later about the aftermath of that. Handsome feller, little handsome feller. Hi YouTube. I wanted to finish another video about when our daughter told us she was pregnant, and what it was like and how it felt like, and just, it was, like I was saying before, it was very devastating. So immediately I went to every website I could find about, other moms of pregnant teens or moms of teens with babies, because I just needed somebody to relate to. I just so wanted to hear other people's experience. And this is my experience, and I hope, like I said, it helps somebody. It's devastating. It's worrisome. It's disappointing. It's embarrassing. I was very, I'm like, great, here I am. I don't know how to explain it. I got over the embarrassment pretty quick because I'm proud of my daughter. I love her. I love the way she's handled herself, from the pregnancy on. Her and Tanner both have just they have stepped up to the plate and done everything right since then. Since, that mistake. He's not a mistake. So anyway, after she told us that she was pregnant, or after I pretty much figured it out, I didn't talk to Zoe for 3 days, 3 whole days. The day she told us, that afternoon the evening she told us, she was her first day of crew camp. I signed her up for a 2-week crew camp, and I made her go the next day, but then I started worrying, believe it or not, about what that might be, about her condition. I was worried that it would be bad for her, and it was. So I didn't make her go back. We paid for a 2-week crew camp, and she only went 2 days. But I still didn't talk to her. I dropped her off, picked her up, didn't talk to her the next day. And because I was just so disappointed. I really thought that Tanner and Zoe were going to wait. They were forbidden to see each other. I think Tanner was 17. I think this was the timeline his parents had put on them. I asked Tanner, I said, Tanner, I thought you guys were going to be good. I thought you were going to try to do this the right way and just have patience and wait until your birthday so you could see each other. And this is what he said to me. He said, Miss Judith, they told me that I couldn't see Zoe till I was 18. My parents told me that I could not see Zoe until I was 18. I felt like I didn't have anything to lose because that was too long to wait. So yeah, I was embarrassed. I'm a hairdresser, so I knew I was going to have to tell clients because, yeah, she was working that summer at the salon as a receptionist at our front desk. And the clients like her real well. Everybody loves Zoe. And, here I was going to have to tell people that she's pregnant. My 16-year-old is pregnant. We don't believe in abortion, so, that was out of the question. I went and asked my husband, how do you feel about adoption? He was angry with me for even bringing it up. I went to Zoe, and she wouldn't even talk about it. So the only option was keep the baby. So, and then you just worry about your kid. You got a 16-year-old. She's going to be 17 when the baby's born, but still, that's so young. You don't know about the future. It's a lot of anxiety and stress. But that dissipated pretty much. It almost dissipated overnight whenever she went for her first sonogram. 8 weeks. She went and had an 8-week sonogram, and that baby's heart was beating at 8 weeks. And I was astonished. And something inside of me just changed. And I was hopeful. in about 3 weeks after that, she was worried something didn't feel right, and she was worried about, if she was going to lose the baby. So my neighbor Denise, who's also an OBGYN nurse, she brought over a sonogram so they could still hear a heartbeat to my house. I mean, she brought it to the house. And I remember we're all sitting there, Denise, me, Zoe, Tanner, and I remember she couldn't find the heartbeat. And I remember Tanner and Zoe just looking so intently at that sonogram. And then all of us looking at Denise, we're all looking at her because she's trying to find a heartbeat. And I realized, oh my gosh, I'm worried that this baby might be gone. I had gotten to the point where from being devastated, disappointed, and embarrassed to worried that baby wasn't going to make it. And then I thought to myself, this could just solve all our problems if this baby was miscarried. And I had that thought and that worry that it wasn't alive all at the same time. It was the weirdest thing. But then when Denise finally found his little heartbeat, the relief on Zoe and Tanner's face mirrored my own relief. I just felt relieved. So, even though it's not a good thing for 16-year-old to get pregnant, there's joy coming. There's joy around the corner. So Zoe and Tanner, I said, don't get me wrong. Don't take this the wrong way, because this is out of order. This is not the way things should be. But the silver lining in it for me is I get to have my grandbaby live with me and my daughter. And I love Tanner. I love these two. They're excellent little parents, and they take great care of Edward, and they're working so hard to get educated, to finish their education. And Tanner, God bless him, he's trying to do that and work 45, 50 hours a week, washing dishes and, cutting up food at a restaurant. It did morph. It morphed from extreme disappointment and worry to extreme joy and happiness, because I'm just crazy about that little boy. And we're all doing great. We're all fine. The 5 of us live in our home, and we're doing great. I love it. As long as they stay on track with their education, they're expected to get a college degree in the same time as if they didn't have a baby. I want them to, to continue in the same vein as if they didn't have a baby. There's a lot more to tell, but I guess the message I want to get across is, yes, I know it's painful, it's devastating, it's anxiety-inducing, it's worrisome. It will work out. For us, it's working out. And then you have another addition to your family. There's something special about that. I don't know. Maybe it's because Zoe's an only child. It's just the 3 of us, but now it's 5 of us. And it's a joy. It's really awesome how that worked out. I'll probably do another video, a day in the life of the mother of a teen mom. See? And here he is. Here he is. Share, like, and subscribe.
Edward, can you say it?